Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is doing well. So in today's video I'm going to be answering a question which I get quite frequently, and that is which oils are the best oils to cook with and consume within your diet. And this is a really good question because actually this very small little change can make a significant impact, particularly when we're looking at things like acne and anything in that inflammation realm really when it comes to health. So we're going to start off with which oil should you avoid, and these are your inflammatory seed oils. Okay, so these are industrial seed oils. So I'm going to put them on the screen right now so you have a list and an idea of what this kind of group of oils includes. Now these oils, the reason why they can be really negative for our health, they can really increase the inflammation within the body for a couple of reasons. One being that they are naturally very high in that omega-6, so something we have spoken about a bit on this channel is that balance between omega-6 and omega-3, how that's really important, and we want to try and keep that balance pretty close, close to even, but really with the Western diet, and because of these inflammatory seed oils honestly being in everything, our omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is absolutely out of whack. So for example, to give you like a number to put to this, if we're aiming for maybe like a 2-to-1 omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, the Western diet is more like 20, potentially 20+1. So it is massively out. So this is going to create a lot of inflammation within the body, and in particular, linking it to one of the key topics on my channel being acne. Acne is an inflammatory disorder, so if you are having a diet that is filled with a lot of these seed oils, this can definitely be something that is really contributing to that imbalance, and that's going to really aggravate the skin and potentially cause more breakouts. Now, some other things you might want to know about these inflammatory seed oils is not only are they high in omega-6, but they also can be high in our trans fats, which we know can have negative impact, particularly on the cardiovascular health. Other things also to throw in here is that these fats can get oxidized and damaged incredibly easily. So they are very bad under heat. So when they are under heat, they become very unstable. And when we're creating these oxidized fats and you're intaking that, you're going to be creating more oxidative stress within the body as well, thus contributing to the inflammation. Also, that also just doesn't make sense because these are the oils that are just our general food that we have in the supermarkets are really based on a lot of these, which are going under a lot of heated methods. So this is why it's such honestly a crisis, honestly, in terms of our food, that these oils are used so frequently. Now, as I've mentioned, these are in a lot of foods. So I'm going to put a list on the screen right now and also just discuss some of the key places you really want to watch out for these, because honestly, they sneak into everything. So yeah, you really do need to start reading your ingredients labels. I do also just want to throw in now as well, is that be realistic. You're not going to avoid these 100%. I don't avoid these 100% either. Like if you go out for a dinner at a restaurant, you can't be like, excuse me, can you please like not use that oil, use this. I mean, you can't really faff around too much. Like there's going to be times where you will eat these things, that's fine. With the aim really of my channel, but also with this information, is trying to create that education and awareness so you can make better choices the majority of the time. So we're just really reducing that overall load and impact we're putting on ourselves. So yeah, back to foods that they are in. So things you want to check out for: vegan butters. Oh my god, the biggest culprit of these inflammatory seed oils. Honestly, it gets my blood boiling with these vegan butters. I personally just avoid vegan butters altogether. Like with clients, like if someone is vegan and they're not having dairy, I would just say, if you're putting it on toast, you are much better off just getting some extra virgin olive oil and spreading that on your toast. It's pretty much the same thing, because vegan butters, if you look at the ingredients, they are just a combination of multiple inflammatory seed oils. If you do eat dairy or you're open to having a little bit in the diet, some really good quality unpasteurized butter is always a much better option. But yeah, just butters in general, check the packet. Even if you are having dairy, actually some of these like general brands, they actually use milk and then they'll have oils in there as well to kind of help with the consistency and creaminess. So do just check the ingredients of butters. Dips, anything like that, so like things like hummus is a real key one. You'll tend to see that sunflower oil is used a lot with hummus. So yeah, do try and look for one that's made with extra virgin olive oil. I think you're kind of getting a bit of an idea that I really like extra virgin olive oil, which yeah, we'll talk about the good oils later. But yeah, so look out for that, or just maybe consider making making your own if you're finding it really difficult to find hummus in the shops without these oils. Any like pre-made sauces like pasta sauces, or even like condiments as well. You might even want to check some of those. Some of them can be made with inflammatory oils as well. Oh, I will just throw in now actually, because I came across this brand recently. I know they're in the UK, I don't know if they're in other places as well, you might have alternatives, but the brand is Hunter and Gather. I'll leave that information down below. I actually got it from a site called Well Easy. Actually, yeah, I did the Well Easy video in the last video, so if you haven't seen that, I posted a Well Easy haul if you want to go check it out. But yeah, Hunter and Gather I got from there, and their condiments are fantastic. Like, you can get barbecue sauce, tomato ketchup, mayo, all of these types of things, and they don't use any inflammatory seed oils. So yeah, definitely recommend checking out those if you are a condiment lover. By the way, I still have my code with Well Easy, so it's Ebony Jane 25, and you get 25% off your entire order. And Well Easy is a site which has discounts on all their products on there. It's all health foods. It's literally amazing. I'm obsessed with them. the shop. Other things you want to think about is fried foods, even crisps. Crisps is another one. If you really like crisps, I like the brand San Nicasio, I think it's called. They're made with extra virgin olive oil. And another one is also salad dressings. That's really, really common. If you are used to just buying pre-made salad dressings, it may be a time to maybe think, actually, let's like switch up and start making them myself. They're so easy to make. Maybe actually if you would like a video on that, on salad dressings, maybe we could do that one as a video idea in the future. But yeah, you've got the list on the side, but just really the whole thing is just start looking at your ingredients list, and also don't be fooled by marketing. Like, I know, like going back to the hummus, I know that some hummus brands, they'll have on the front, you know, made with extra virgin olive oil, but you'll flip it over and actually it's made with a load of inflammatory oils, and extra virgin olive oil is like 8% at the end. So just start reading your ingredients list and getting to know kind of, yeah, what is actually in the things you're buying. Okay, so the bit that you definitely want to know is what oils are best to cook with. So I personally, in terms of oils, I have 3 favorites, and then we'll talk about some other options you can go for as well. So my 3 oils are coconut, avocado, and extra virgin olive oil. All of these I'm personally fine with cooking with. They both have a much better resistance on heat, so they've got a good smoke point. Personally, for me, I think you've kind of got the idea already. I'm an extra virgin olive oil kind of gal. That is the one that I predominantly use. I cook with it. I also love using it raw where possible. Like, I try and not cook with oil where I can, and then I use it raw on top of my meal, because of course, like, when you're not going to apply any heat to the oil, you're going to retain even more of the lovely benefits of that oil. And these oils can actually give us lots of great benefits. So extra virgin olive oil, for example, very anti-inflammatory. I mean, it's a key oil in that Mediterranean diet, which is a great anti-inflammatory diet, really full of polyphenols, and yeah, it's also a very balanced fat as well. So you don't have to worry so much about, you know, this whole omega-6 thing with the extra virgin olive oil. Coconut oil is great when you're cooking, so if you can tolerate coconut oil, I say that because I can't tolerate it. It actually is the only thing that really breaks me out, funny enough. But yeah, coconut oil is great if you're good with that. It's a saturated fat, so yeah, it's very good with heat. It's got much more resistance to it. Saturated fats in general are actually very good when you're cooking with them. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. And then avocado oil, again, this is another one which is known to have a much better heat resistance when you're cooking. So, and also a good source of vitamin E as well. And then some other options, good quality butter, like an unpasteurized butter, for example. If that is something you have in your diet, that's also a great option when you're cooking. Again, it's part of that kind of saturated fat group, which have a much more resistance there. Also things like ghee can also be a good thing to cook with, and any kind of animal fats as well. Again, it's back in that saturated fat kind of camp. Again, they've got much more resistance when you're putting heat to them. So there we have it, guys. I really hope this video has been helpful for you. Please do give it a thumbs up to let me know if it has been helpful and interesting and you've enjoyed watching it and learning. Thank you so much for sticking through the whole video if you're still watching right now. I love you guys so, so much. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. Anyway, guys, I'm sending you all my love and positivity as always, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.